Atma Vishwasyayatanam Mahat Sukshma Sukshmataram Nityam Tattvameva Tvameva Tat. So now the oneness, identity between Jiva and Ishvara is being shown. What is called as Mahavakya. Mahavakya means Akhandartha Bodhaka Vakya. Akhanda means Abhinna. Jiva and Ishvara in reality are one and the same entity. As they obtain now as a samsari Jiva conditioned by avidya and Ishvara conditioned by Sattva-pradhana Maya are different in the sense. Jiva is Alpadnyaha Alpashaktima. His knowledge is limited, his capacities are limited. Whereas Ishvara, Parameshvara, also called Paramatma, he has Sarvadnyatva, Sarvashaktimatva, omniscient, omnipotent. So as they obtain both upadhitaha from the standpoint of the embodiment that they wield, they are not one and the same, but their essence, content, tattva is one and the same, and it is Chaitanya. So from Ishvara, you strip off the upadhi of Maya. From Jiva, you strip off the upadhi of avidya and along with its effects. What remains is one and the same Chaitanya. And Chaitanya, there are no two, one and the same. This is what is to be directly known. Directly known in the sense, we should be aware of it. In gaining knowledge, at the time of gaining knowledge, if the entity whose knowledge is to be gained is available, then and there, then you need to be aware of it. In other words, you need to have its direct experience. For example, in direct perception, wherein depending on the objects perceived, you see, hear, taste, touch, smell. They're available to you, and I am perceiving through the Jnanendriyas. You do experience the directly perceived objects. While object that is perceived is verily available at the time of perception. So is the case with Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. At the time of gaining, am I not available or not? Presently, you may not know the entity what that I is, but you are sure you are. That I am, that entity called I is verily available at the time of gaining its knowledge. So therefore, its experience has to be there. In the case of perception, it depends on your sense organ, jnanendriyas, but which give the antakarana vrittis, which give you the knowledge of it, because that antakarana vritti is illumined by Chaitanya, Chidabhasa. But in the case of Atmajnana, what happens? That Chaitanya itself is Anubhava Swarupa. Just as sun itself is luminous light principle. So that I entity, which finally has to resolve in Chaitanya, pure consciousness principle, pure awareness principle is available, and it is self-evident. Self-evident means self-experiencing principle, self-knowing principle. So that is being what it is. So when I know, I should be aware of as it is. I should experience as it is without even the triputis. Even the experiencer is there foul, because experience is not the characteristic feature of Chaitanya. So he also has to get dropped. Of course, for which we have to get rid of ignorance. And that ignorance is what ended by antakarana vritti corresponding to, conforming to the Chaitanya. But when that ignorance is ended by this antakarana vritti, by nishtha, by repeated practice of this process, that vritti drops, because even that antakarana vritti, which otherwise called as atmakara vritti, brahmakara vritti, is not the feature of Chaitanya Rupa Atma Brahma. Remember that. So if it is there, still something short of what Chaitanya Atma is, that also gets dropped. Then, do you know what makes you know Atma Chaitanya? What is the final pramana? Pramana means jnana sadhana. Even that Atmakara vritti, Brahmakara vritti has dropped. There are no vrittis, no mind, no sense organs, nothing of the so-called Drishya Jagat. Atma on its own gets revealed. That is what is say Swaprakasha, Swayam Jyoti, self-evident. That one place, Bhagavan Shiva tells Vasishtha, when all these pramanas, all these jnana sadhanas pertaining to the empirical world, pertaining to the laukika world, pertaining to the Vyavaharika Jagat, including the Atmakara vritti, Brahmakara vritti, have dropped at that time. Atma only is the pramana, the jnana sadhana to know itself, in the sense it is nothing but anubhava. It is nothing but self-knowing principle. It is swaprakasha. So now here, by that Tattvam Asi Mahavakya, as we see analyzed last time, the Swarupa, the Chaitanya Swarupa of ours gets revealed, of course, as far as we are concerned, that has to be through Antakarana only. Even Atmakara, Brahmakara Vritti might have got dropped, but there are some sukshma, some very subtle sanskaras, impressions of the Antakarana, which hold this Antakarana connected to this individual jiva. Otherwise, we are separated. No knowledge in this Antakarana. So that means the case that sanskaras are taken for granted. Otherwise, even that Atmakara, Brahmakara, Akhandakara, Vritti has dropped. Atma itself is what? Pramana, Jnana, Sadhana. So this is at the final level. Now, this way, one has to gain one's knowledge of one's Swarupa. Then what remains? The Chaitanya, there's a Swarupa, which is there, is what? Its nature is like this. Sukshma, Sukshmataram. It is Sukshmatara, more subtle than anything Sukshma, subtle, you can conceive. We have seen in some other class, subtlety is in terms of its availability for perception in terms of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Less the features, more subtle. That is how we are seeing earth. All 5 features are there. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Grossest. Space, only Shabda is there. Subtle, most subtle among the 5 elements. Even beyond that, which is beyond even the realm of space, no Shabda also. It is Sukshma Tara. Sukshma means subtle. Tara means comparative. Tama means superlative. So it is most subtle in the sense a Shabda, a Sparsha, a Rupa, a Gandha, a Rasa. All these 5 stimuli, 5 features of form, sound, etc. are not there in which that is the most subtle, and being so, it is imperceptible, not available for sense organs, jnanendriyas to perceive. That's what is called as atindriya, beyond the grasp of, beyond the range of cognition of 5 sense organs, 5 indriyas, jnanendriyas, including mind and intellect. So therefore, those, the so-called scientists, ask for a proof of existence of God principle, are so ignorant that they know not what they ask itself is wrong, in the sense they are totally unaware of what is the nature of that divinity principle, God principle, because their intellect can probe only in the perceptible jagat. They are not ready to accept the existence of something beyond the range of perception. That is our charvakas of the past. The materialist, what meets the eyes only there. They don't accept your space. At least scientists accept space. They don't accept because space is not perceptible. Sound you must have derived as a feature, but it is not available just like that. It's not so. You cannot see, you cannot hear, you cannot taste, you cannot touch, you cannot smell. Ashabda sparsha. Yet it exists. Not just exist, it is the entity which enables the experiences, the knowledge of all perceptible things, enables all functions in this creation. Just as electricity can be known through its effect through varieties of gadgets. Even direct shock is an effect. So you can't know. Likewise, Chaitanya Rupa Atma, its existence can be known through its effect. And if you want to be directly aware of it, yes, it is possible, provided you tune your mind, antakarana, to conform to the Chaitanya Swarupa in its true nature. You remain what you are. From that standpoint, you are Brahma Swarupa, Parameshwara Swarupa, and the most subtle, subtler than even the space that we can conceive of. And it is a principle which is Nityam. Nityam, ever existent principle. Never gets subject to end. It always is Nityam. It is beyond the realm of time. Time is born in it. Time ends in it. And yet, Chaitanya, Atma, Brahma continues to exist even after Pralaya. It is there even before Srishti came into existence. Nityam. Having unfolded that you in reality are nothing but Brahma. A doubt may come in the mind of the disciple. How is it possible? Me, I know well. Samsari, subject to Janma Marana, subject to sorrows in between. And certain Parabrahma, Paramahanda Swarupa. How is it possible? Reaffirm. Tat Tvameva Tvameva Tat. Tat Brahma Tvam Eva. You Jiva only. And still if you have a doubt, reaffirmed. Tvameva Tat. Yes, hitherto the entity mistaken by you as samsari jiva, in reality, that tvam, in reality, tat eva, that Brahma only, there should not be any room for doubt. That's why you are, that is Brahma is you are Brahma. Reciprocally is being confirmed. Fine. I have prepared my mind by this means such as this, this this Viveka, Vairagya, etc. So by this Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadamadi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mumukshutvam, and yes, and Mumukshutvam. With all these, so I have prepared my mind, and my mind is full of Vairagya, in the sense it doesn't run after the sense objects. So it has got sadhana chatushtaya, viveka, vairagya, shamadama satyate, mumukshutva. And in that sadhana chatushtaya, the very important aspect is vairagya. If you want to have an equation as to what exactly is moksha, what is mukti, what you mean by liberation, the equation is desirelessness is moksha. The moment you are desireless, your mind is bound to get withdrawn. No more preoccupied the Vishayas. And that is a mind which enjoys quietude, most silent. Therein, you need not do anything by its own accord. The Sarvayapi Chaitanya, which is me, I, gets revealed, gets displayed, gets manifest as it is, free from all the mistakenly superimposed upadhis from ignorance onward, the body and the jagat. You remain what you are. So therefore it says, so when you get this, what is the result? Such as a, so that is now being described. Jagrat swapna sushuptyadi prapancham yat prakashate tad brahmahamiti jnatva sarva bandhai pramuchyate. Again, what is that I in reality is ascertained, and what exactly is the phala, result of gaining this knowledge, is being described. So that I, what is it? That entity is this. Yat, whatever that entity, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushuptyadi, Prapancham Prakashate. Prakashate reveals, makes you know the Prapancha, the cosmos, the creation, Srishti, Jagat, the world. What is it? What is albatross? In Jagrat, waking state, Swapna, dream state, Sushupti, deep state, Adi is there. What is the Adi? Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. These three states of consciousness are pointed out from the individual jiva standpoint, what is called as Vyashti, from the microcosmic level. But its counterparts at the totality level, samashti level, are there. They are who? Virat, Vishwanara Virat, Hiranyagarbha, and Ishvara. Vishwa, the weaker consciousness at the individual level, jiva level. Virat or Vaishwanara, total level. Sum total of all gross bodies, it's Devata. Taijasa, dreamer consciousness. Hiranyagarbha, the total level, sum total of all Sukshariras with a deity. Here, Pradnya, deep sleeper consciousness. Counterpart is Prakriti or Ishvara. All this Prakashati, it makes you know that entity is one and the same, Chaitanya. See? That is Brahma. Tad Brahma. And how it is related to me? Aham. Whatever we refer as I is this. So therefore, if any atheist comes or a scientist comes, come on, prove me God is there or not. You need not prove, ask him, sir, are you there? What nonsense are asking me? That's why I'm asking you. No? Yes, yes. You are there, no? Whatever that you entity in reality as I is there, that is divinity principle. Can you deny? No, I don't accept. You may not accept. I can't help you. But you have no right to trust your imagined version of Bhagavan and say it is not there. When you say Ishvara, God principle, Bhagavad Tattva is not there, you have got a definite impression about that, definite idea about it, which itself is wrong. You are referring to a wrong entity. It is not true. It is not Bhagavad Swarupa. Bhagavad Swarupa is what? This Chaitanya. No, your Shastra says Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Yes. Shastra says that these are the divinity principle gods from a step below. It's a number 2 step, only as a means to know the truth. It is not final truth. It is secondary means to gain the knowledge of final truth. So therefore, if you are borrowing these ideas of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, etc. from the Shastra, better know also from what standpoint the Shastras speak of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, and what their true nature is as Chaitanya, as the Paramatattva. If you don't care to investigate this, you have no right to question the existence of God. We just follow. We don't know. At the time now, those people who profess the existence of God, they feel apologetic that we can't present in a scientific manner. My dear sir, you know the limitation of science first. Science can operate only in perceptible field. We are talking of an entity which is imperceptible. You can't compare it will like two horizontal lines meeting only at infinity. Meeting at infinity, they can't meet. Parallel, different realm. So you can't compare and contrast. That's what happened, just by the way. Chandrasekhara Bharati, the great grand guru of Bharati Tirtha. Of course, now Vidushekara disciple is taken, but the pontiff, Pithadipati of Shangeri Acharya Bharati Tirtha. His guru is Abhinava Tirtha. His guru is Chandrasekhara Bharati. He was a Jivan Mukta. At times he was not aware of the clothes on the body also, etc. But he is a Madhadipati. The dignity is there, the status is there. So those people used to lock him in their room also. And they also didn't know what it's all about. The news went to Maharaja of Mysore. That mutt was under the patronage of Maharaja of Mysore. So he sent an officer to find out what the matter is. Officer was a devotee only of the ashra and the pit. He came to have an audience with Chandrasekhara Bharati. He waited for 1 week. He could not get the audience. Then he decided to return. And he returned. He was there on the bus stand. Chandrasekhara Bharati sent a person, call him. He was called. He said, you are returning without doing the work for which you have done here. You have come here. First he asked, why did you come here? No. What? You are returning without doing the work for which you have come. And then he said, look, you people are a different realm. I am at a different realm. You can't understand what realm I am. Impossible for you. So he gave the hand, sent him. How can you gauge that state wherein Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone is there, nothing else whatsoever, including the so-called Ishvara? Leave alone the Jiva and the Jagat. Ishvara also is from the creation standpoint. Is not there. How can you compare and contrast? Not possible. So therefore, here, entire Jagat includes individual Veshti, microcosm, total Samashti, macrocosm. Is distinct from that, which makes you aware of this both individual level and total level. Tad Brahma, that is a Chaitanya. If you want an intermediate step, it is Chaitanya and itself is Brahma. It is Jnatva. Jnatva Sakshat Kritya. Having got the direct knowledge in the sense, having become aware of or having experienced this Swarupa, that person Sarva Bandhaihi Pramuchyati gets freed from all bondage, because bondage was because of erroneous identification, mistaken identification with the body as I and Jagat as real. Now, in his discovery, there is no more erroneous, mistaken I know in the body. Leave alone the Jagat. In his cognition, in his awareness, there is no trace of Jagat also. In fact, where in Vivek Chudamani, a dramatizer, hey, just now Jagat was there, Samsara was there, where is it gone? Disappeared. Where is it? Like that, in the Swarupa Jnana, Swaswarupanubhava, there is no trace of Jagat left out. How can you compare? Even Shastras are attempts of those who are Jivan Muktas, in the sense they are like, Dvibhashi, bilinguals. They are immersed in the Swarupa and they come out of it and are aware of the Jagat. They try to give an expression with the help of the words which really can't describe of the state which is our Swarupa. That's why Shastras at best are certain manipulations of words to reveal which the words cannot. It is an attempt, and if the mind is ready, that attempt does work. But that method by itself cannot be foolproof, though it has the capacity to give the knowledge. So we are concerned the knowledge and not the means. We strictly abide by the guidance, instructions of the Shastras. Make our mind ready accordingly, that our true nature gets displayed. No bondage, because you're not aware of the body itself. No identity in the body. No doership, kartrutva. No enjoyership, bhoktrutva. I am what I am. To this I, even if you attach even very minute thing, foul, it cannot be I. Technically, it is called as nirupadhika, free from all adjuncts, including ignorance and consequent ahankara, identifying the body. So, sarva bandhai pramuchyate. So, this is what one gets as a result of Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. Now you decide. Would you like to get freed from this notion of bondage, or would like to continue in the Jagat? It is to your choice. And now that Chaitanya, Chinmatra, only pure consciousness, only pure awareness principle, which is I which is Brahma, which is Paramatma Swarupa, is shown to be totally distinct from, totally different from the entire creation, including Ishvara, Parameshwara, whom we call Bhagavan, with omnipotence and omniscience. Trishu dhamasu yad bhogyam bhokta bhogascha yad bhavet tebhyo vilakshana sakshi chinmatroham sadashiva. This can be a tool for meditation. Who am I? In fact, no problem. What is happening? Oh, got it. Something happened, technical fault. Okay. So, can you hear me? I hope. This can be a tool for meditation. In fact, on, take they can't hear? ठीक है?
We can hear, Swamiji.
Huh?
We can hear.
Yeah, they can hear. They can hear now. That's okay. Something happened. Okay. So, in fact, this April, this year, April, I had conducted a spiritual camp at Rishikesh Ashram, Swami Dayananda Ashram, Rishikesh. There, during the meditation sessions, I had demonstrated this, how everything is Chaitanya Swarup, of course. It depends on the tuning of the participants to what is guided. Only because I'm telling you may not be able to catch it. But an attempt was made to show that everything, entire Jagat, what we experience and what is being experienced, all are presented to us through the channels of Antakarana Vritti, the thought patterns. And these thought patterns come and go in Chaitanya, which is all pervasive, which of course is available to us through our individual antakarana. The chit, the pure consciousness principle, manifests through our antakarana, psyche, mana, buddhi, ahankara, chaitanya, vrittis, thoughts. At the backdrop, as its very basis, is the Chaitanya, on which the vrittis, thoughts corresponding to different things perceived, experienced, come and go. Our attention is on those nama rupa, those features of what is being presented for experience. But we totally neglect, do not pay attention, which makes us see them, which makes us experience them. Sakshi, the one which eliminates those antakana vrittis, which depict for us the Jagat Samsara. Attempt was made. So that means you are saying, you can ruminate on this, do manana, reflection. If you are consistent, if your mind is not preoccupied much in the Vishayas, you can discover, yes, this is what true. Me, Chaitanya is first and last. In me, all the vrittis come and go. They are transient. Me gives them the sum and substance, the existence and knowledge, etc. is me, Chaitanya. So, there were Trishu Dhamasu. In three abodes, what are those? Gross, that is waking state. Subtle, that is dream state. Causal, that is deep state. In that, all these are there. What are those? Bhogyam, entities, experienced, entities enjoyed, entities suffered. Bhokta, the experiencer, whether enjoyer or sufferer. Bhoga, the actual experience. Is there any word beyond this to us? Can you conceive of the Jagat or Samsara for you beyond these three? What are they? Bhogya, Bhokta, Bhoga, available in the three states of consciousness. That is what Samsara presented to us, including ignorance, presented to us in the three states of consciousness by ignorance and its effects. But I am who? Tebhya vilakshana. I am in reality distinct from them. They come and go in my presence, Chaitanya, Chinmatra. I am distinct from them. And all sorrow of samsara in this bhokta, bhogya, bhoga. Not in Chinma Chaitanya Sakshi. Sakshi, that Chinmatra, that Chaitanya only, Matra only means totally distinct from the experienced Jagat, experiencer, and the actual experience. With that Chinmatra Chaitanya, which gives us all experience and knowledge, etc. And what is my nature? Sada Shiva. Don't take Sada Shiva as the name of Kailasa or the Shiva. Sada, always. Shiva, Mangala Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, untouched by sorrow. Where sorrow is next to impossible. That is what I am. But today, my mind is so much preoccupied in the Vishayas, sense objects and sense pleasure, because of my wrong notion that I am the body, and the sense object will give me happiness. I can get freedom of sorrow, etc. Which is the basic mistake. With me, Chinmatroham Sada Shiva. Not Kadachit Shiva. At times happy, other times sorrowful. No. Always Ananda Swarupa. How come it is possible? Just think, from where do sorrows emerge? Please think with whatever you have studied so far. From where does sorrows emerge? Can you ever point out an entity or a place of origin of sorrows other than waking state, gross body, gross world, dream state, dreamer, dreamt experiences, dreamt world, deep state, ignorance, and nothingness? Is there an entity where sorrows? Sleep, sorrows may not be there, but potential is there, ignorance is there. Nothing to do with you. Sakshi, you are aware of it. In you, Chaitanya, they come and go, they come and go. You are aloof from that. In space, clouds come and go, come and go. You, space, is distinct from the clouds, which are transient in nature. Nothing in the world is permanent. Etadapi gamishyati. Samsara, sorrow is what? Like passing clouds. Yes, for the time being they appear to be there. They will pass away. Whatever situation in life, desirable, undesirable, calamitous, so, irrespective of what it is what? Going to pass away. Nothing is permanent. Their arrival is not permanent, their departure is not permanent. But the one who is aware of all these, that Chaitanya, Chinmatra, only is permanent, and that is my Swarupa, my true nature, wherein I can discover that I was never bound. And when I am never bound, where is the question of liberation, moksha for me? If that is the case, why Vedanta? Because you are mistaken yourself. You are mistaking yourself as a bound Baddha. Vedanta has to operate and show you you are mukta. And when you get rooted in that, discover that you are mukta, you will laugh at yourself. What is this moksha? I was never bound. Till then, laugh and you keep your camera ready. Take to all these inquiries on that. Take it? Okay, we'll see further.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः, पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी। देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः, ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।